Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm Kelly Thomas, the Crochet Profit Queen, and I'm going to show you how you can make a living from your crochet while avoiding the burnout and being able to make what you want and when you want. Have you signed up to the Crochet Business School newsletter yet? Don't forget to do that now at crochetbusinessschool.com/subscribe and get tips and free resources straight to your inbox. What pictures do you need to take of your crochet? So it really doesn't matter how you're profiting from your crochet. Pictures are going to draw people in. But they need to be good pictures. Because if you have bad pictures, people are just going to scroll by and ignore you. So what pictures are going to make that sale, that are going to draw people in to find out more about what you have to offer and get your crochet noticed and get your skills appreciated by potential customers? So, of course, you need that hero image. And the hero image is the one that you use to do your main promotion, have as your thumbnail in a listing. It's the one that you show off the most. It's the one that shows your creation in its entirety, looking amazing, and is the main image. And that one has got to be an absolute showstopper. It's got to be bright, it's got to be clear, you've got to see all those wonderful colours popping. You need something that stands out from the crowd. And you've got to make sure that it's really showing off your creation in its finest light. Because that is the image that is going to make the difference between people scrolling on and clicking to find out more. Because we see pictures before we read words. The picture makes more of an impact than the words do. If the picture doesn't make people stop scrolling and take a look, then your title, the name of your listing is going to mean absolutely nothing. The picture is the one. It's the thing that catches the eye and does half the selling for you. So you have to make sure that hero image is absolutely stunning. It's the main thing. If that image isn't doing the job, then you've lost the battle. Because people won't even click if you don't create an image that's going to catch the eye. So I have an ebook on taking professional looking photos with your smartphone, and you don't need a professional to take these photos for you. You can do it yourself. And all you need is your smartphone, free editing apps, and a setup that doesn't have to cost the earth. In fact, you can do it really cheaply. And in my ebook, I show you how. You can check out the ebook in the show notes. The link is in there. But, just because your image needs to be a showstopper, it doesn't mean that you can't take it yourself. You don't need to splash out hundreds of pounds on a professional photographer to get fabulous images. I mean, I take all my own images. I have never had a professional come in and take images on my crochet. And it's also something that you get used to with practice. It takes practice, it takes experimentation to find a setup that works for you, to find the way of taking photos and editing them that makes your photo pop. So don't expect to be able to take a fantastic image first try. You are going to have to experiment with your layout, experiment with places to take your photo. Remember to take the backgrounds. If you're using props, you need to make sure they don't drown out your crochet, because it's got to be clear what's for sale. It's got to be clear what you're offering. And too many props just clutter the image and leave people thinking, what am I looking at? So all of this needs to be taken into account. Right. So let's say you've got your showstopper image, that's your hero image, that's doing the selling. Then people click, they want to know more. And then you need more photos because seeing the whole thing is great, but then they want to see the detail. And it's true what they say, the devil is in the detail. So you need those close up images of all the detail. If there's special stitches, if there's different pieces, if you see different things at different angles, all of these need to be taken. And having your crochet set in context of how it's going to be used is also amazing to have as well. So if you have a blanket, show it either thrown over the back of a couch or show it on a bed. That is two of the best ways to show it in context. Because not only does it show it in its environment where it's going to be used, it also gives the viewer an idea of how big it is. Size is everything. We want to get an idea of the size. And seeing it on items we recognize, like a couch or a bed, shows us that. It helps us be confident that we know what we're buying or what we're going to be making, and an expectation of how we can use it. So that's also really important. But people want to see the close ups, they want to see the detail in it, they want to see what stitches are there, they want to see the different colours. And this is another aspect of photos that you need to really think about, is how those colours show up in the photo. Pinks and reds are quite difficult to take good pictures of because they tend to, if you get the wrong light, they can turn out quite garish, even though in real life they're really pretty. So those colours are difficult. But most other colours are fine, but you need to edit them so they pop. The light that we use can wash colours out when taking the picture. If we have the wrong time of day, the shadows that can be thrown on it can throw it out. All of this needs to be taken into account. So you need to make sure that when you're taking your photos, you have good light. And when you edit them, you can actually change the saturation of the light so you can add that colour pop back in. Now, that doesn't mean showing colours that actually aren't there. It means making sure that they are more true to life and the colours are not washed out. And that will make your pictures really pop. And you don't need to go heavy on the editing of your pictures. Just a little few tweaks can make a massive difference and go from your picture looking like meh to ooh. And that's what we want. We want the ooh, so people will buy. And so making sure not only that you have the whole set of photos of all the detail, of all the angles, of the context image so you can get an idea of sizing, you want to make sure that everything is edited just to give it that little extra something. So that it is true to life, but also that it looks good, really good, because you have to stand out from the crowd. It doesn't matter what these images are selling or what you're using to profit with. If you don't have images that go, then you're not standing out from the crowd. You're not really making people be drawn in because, we buy with our eyes. So your pictures are so, so important. You have to get them right. And so it's worth taking that extra time to make sure that you got the setup right, to make sure that your lighting is right, to make sure that you get those edits done. It might just be a little extra tweak here and there, but those edits make all the difference. And you really want to make sure you get that done because it can be the difference between standing out from the crowd and blending in. And we don't want to blend in. We want to stand out because that's what's going to bring in that profit that you need to your business. Pictures are unbelievably important. You can have the most well-written pattern, You can have a great looking blog, but without stunning pictures, everything is a bit same as everyone else. And you do have to stand out from that crowd. So make sure you take that extra time. So thank you for listening today. And if you have any questions, please do come to the Facebook group. But take a look at my ebook in the comments as well if you are struggling on how to set up your pictures, which ones you need, and how to do the editing, because I'll walk you through the whole thing in the ebook. The link is in the show notes. And so is the link to the Facebook group, and come ask the questions that you need. And come and join and meet your fellow crocheters as well. So thank you for listening, and I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.